Hi ladies, welcome to Wednesday Facebook Live. I hope everybody is okay. I have had a very busy day, but a good day, productive day. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Stephanie and I am the coach, curator of the Women Who Don't Drink group, which is a group for ladies who want to change their relationship with alcohol. So whether you want to reduce, take a break or stop completely, it's entirely up to you. We are a fan of any alcohol-free day, so I'm here to support you with that. So any questions, just ask at any time. You will see me in and out of the group, and I do regular Facebook lives as well, so that just to sort of pick up on things that are going on. So there was a really good discussion this week about being a party girl and going from being a party girl to being alcohol free, and then what do? You know, there's lots of issues with that. So I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. There's quite a lot to cover though. So the thing with being a party girl, as I'm sure you're aware, and there's probably quite a lot of us in the group that have been a party girl, I was the original party girl from a teenager right the way through to my mid-30s, when it came to a very abrupt end, thank goodness. But I still like to have fun, and I'm not the fun police. So if you party and you enjoy partying and it doesn't cause you any problems, you carry on. This is if, you know, for you, if the party has gone on too long. So, you know, maybe your drinking gets out of control, maybe it's a gateway to you know, other drugs or behaviour, you know, it could be anything, or it's just not fitting in with your life anymore, you've got children, partner, there could be all sorts of reasons why you want it to stop. Now, there are many reasons why we party, and this is the first thing I'm going to ask you to do, is to have a think about. This is easier to do if you've just stopped drinking or you're on a break. So if you've historically been a party girl, then I want you to have a think about, what did that give you? What did the partying give you? So was it fun? Was it excitement? Attention? Or is it just habit? You know, it's as simple as that. Hang on a minute, ladies. It's as simple as that. You know, you're so used to going out on the weekend, Friday or Saturday, you don't really know why you're doing anymore. That's what I mean by habit. You've done it for so long, you can't stay in on a Saturday. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. Or is it fear of missing out? You know, I've got a very close female friend who loves to party, but it's not a problem for her, and it's fear of missing out for her. And I can remember feeling like that in my 20s. You know, I partied a lot in my 20s and stayed awake a lot, and I can remember not wanting to go to bed for fear of missing out. I don't know what I thought I was missing out on, I really don't know, but I can remember that being the feeling. So I want you to have a think about, what does it give you? What did the partying give you? Because once you know what it is, then what you need to do is to find other things that give you that. So let me give you an example. For instance, when I first stopped, you know, and this will be the same for quite a lot of you, there's a tendency to head down, just get on with it, stay away from the action because you want to keep yourself safe, you don't want to drink, you don't want to party, so you separate yourself. You know, you don't go out, you don't socialise, you don't hang out with that group of friends because it's easier to not do it. And actually I advise this, particularly if it's been a serious problem for you. Now, at some point you are going to have to go out again, and you may even want to socialise with those friends, so you know you're going to have to practice it. But also, that's not very real, is it? Let's be honest. If you like to go out and socialise and have fun, then you need to test it out at some point. So figure out why you used to do it. For me, it was when I took a break. So like I said, I had my head down and I was just getting on with my life, sorting my life out, and that was good. There's what I call the robot phase. So there's something about resetting. You're resetting a lot, let's be honest, ladies. Resetting habits, resetting your brain, resetting lots of things. So say you've partied a lot, then maybe part of that's really exciting and really fun. So say that's at a 9 or a 10, you know, on the Richter scale of fun. Well, then you stop, and life can feel very black and white, very vanilla, very boring. I call it the robot phase. But there's lots of reasons for that. You're not living that lifestyle, that's the reason, but also you're not firing off all those things in your brain. You're keeping things very, very simple. But we need to be careful, because we don't want you to be bored, and so bored that you go back to using all that lifestyle. So that's when you need to put something else in. So say it's excitement, then it's thinking about other things that you can do that you find exciting. So it's making a list of things that you've always wanted to do, things that you've forgotten about, you know, things that you used to love doing when you were a child, and then going out and doing those things. Now, I'm making it sound easy, and I know it can be really difficult to socialise alcohol free, or particularly if you've been used to socialising, drinking or using a substance. To then have to do that without the aid of anything can be excruciating, but the only way is through. So you know, if you're somebody that's partied and you're taking a break and you need to replace it with something, you are just going to have to go out there and do things and push yourselves and step out of your comfort zone. It is the only way. After a while you get used to it and you get into the swing of it. Now, patience and persistence is really big here, because sometimes no matter what you do, it doesn't feel as good as how it felt before. Now, this is where you have to really plough through. So if I give my example, I stopped, head down, sorted myself out, you know, spent some time on that, but very, very black and white life, shall we say, very vanilla, very grey. And then I went partner dancing. Nothing amazing, didn't really think anything of it. I just went, and I went because it was something to do, and I knew I needed to do something, and it was an activity. Using your body is really good, for obvious reasons. It gets you out of your head. It's cheap, and also it doesn't revolve around using, and there's different people there. It's not your using friends, it's not your old lifestyle, your drinking lifestyle. Now, it took me, I loved it, but it took me some time to make friends. It took me quite a long time to make friends that weren't based on drinking or partying. It took me a long time to get a buzz out of it. So this is what I'm talking about patience and persistence. I did something different. I did something I enjoyed. I kept doing it. Hi Lorraine. And eventually it became my thing. And what's really interesting about that after some time, now this is the bit about the resetting the habits and your brain, is after a while I started to get a buzz out of it, and a buzz even better than my lifestyle before, because it's clean. And there's anybody that will tell you that's been alcohol free for a while and has pushed themselves and has started doing things, after a while they'll tell you about this natural buzz, and it is amazing, ladies. So I can tell you it's worth it, but it takes time. So patience and persistence. And it really, really does take time to make alcohol-free friends. It really does. And this is why this group is great, because you're all bonding. But out there in the world, you know, it can take quite a long time, particularly if you're not naturally outgoing. Now, the other bit about this is if your identity has been that you're a party girl, so your sort of life revolves around it, and you take that away. Now, changing your identity is huge. It doesn't get any bigger than that. So you really need to think about, you know, who are you? Who do you want to be? And almost like design your life. So because identity is one of the most important things. So what I would say to you is, who do you want to be and how do you see yourself? You know, being alcohol free, how do you want to live your life? So just get a journal out and start writing and start thinking about that. Start thinking about your identity being alcohol free. This stuff isn't going to happen overnight, so this is about the patience and persistence. Now, we all have those friends that want to draw us back in. This is the other challenge with this. So if you have been the ultimate party girl, and my friends really struggled with this initially for a very long time. One of the reasons why I stayed away from those situations so much is because they gave me quite a hard time about it. So it's easier to stay away, do different things that hit my buttons, and then I was able to deal with them. You know, I was a lot stronger. So just be really aware of that, those friends that want to draw you in, because they just want you to come back and to continue having fun. They're not really thinking about the repercussions and what that is for you. Okay, let me just see if I've covered everything. So, patience, persistence, you need to do something different. You need to figure out what your party girl lifestyle gave you, and then you need to replace that with healthy things. So whether it's excitement, fun, you know, fear of missing out, that type of stuff. And think of it as a journey. You know, when it's early days, it really does, and those of us that have done it for a long time know this, it takes time, particularly if you've been a party girl for a long time, so say from a teenager to mid-30s like me, you know, it takes time to figure out who you are. Now, enjoy the journey. It's not, obviously you know where you want to get to, but the journey can be as exciting, if not more exciting, and sometimes we don't know where it's going to lead us. So stepping out of your comfort zone is really important. How about creating a bucket list? You know, thinking about all the things that you've always wanted to do. I'm in a bit of a phase at the moment where I need to you know, do that myself. Think about, you know, what are the things that I've always wanted to do that I haven't done, and I need to go and force myself to do them, because otherwise I get complacent. You know, it's all too easy for me to just stay in my comfort zone. So just to recap then, if your identity has been about a party girl, then it's thinking about your new identity. Who do you want to be? How do you want your life to be? You know, it's going to be a journey. That's not going to happen overnight. So just be patient. Think about what your partying gave you and then replace it. So fun, excitement, attention. You know, what was it? Was it the dancing you loved? Was it the music? You know, was it going to new places? What was it? And then you can recreate that in a healthy way in your alcohol-free life. Make sure you're stepping out your comfort zone. Make sure you have a list of things that you can try, and just go and do them. You can, obviously, you can still have fun, alcohol-free. Of course you can. But it just takes a little bit of time. You know, if you're a month, 3 months in, it's going to take some time. So just be patient and go with it. But the only way it's going to happen is if you do something. You're going to hear me say this a lot. You have to take action. If you don't get out there and do things and try things, nothing's going to be different. And through trying things, that's where you might find the thing that hits that button for you, like I did. I would never have said that partner dancing was going to be my thing. Never in a million years. Absolutely loved it. It was my saving grace, saved my life, and I went on to compete. So then I'm pushing my comfort zones even more. In fact, the competing, I got such a fear buzz out of it that it you know, I kept pushing myself even more. So that adrenaline rush. So I hope that's been useful, ladies. Loving getting to know you in the group. It's brilliant. Obviously ask me questions. I'll pop in every week for a Facebook Live. Currently taking bookings for the retreat, so ask me about that. That's on the 13th of October in the evening to the 15th of October. Gonna have a bit of yoga, some lovely healthy food. It's in a beautiful, beautiful environment. Come and spend some time with some like-minded women, some coaching from me, so you'll leave with an action plan for the next 6 months. So it's a bit of a recharge your life, reset yourself, and a bit of a kickstart as well. So give me a shout if you want to book or know more about that. Always a pleasure, ladies. See you soon. Bye.